the new norm of Between the Sheets here on United Broadcasting Network. I'm Gaye Ann. We are all zooming in, and we are asking for audience participation tonight with callers. The number is 323-524-2599. Are you ladies impressed? I didn't even read that off. I got my memory. So it is the coronavirus show, surprising and shocking as it is. But a friend of mine today sent me this video, which is informative, and it made me laugh out loud. So Kurt's going to put it on. But I want to introduce the lovely ladies tonight. We have Jenny McNulty.
Woo! Hi,
Jenny Sanchez.
Hello, everybody.
We have Marty Duran and Cara Noble.
Hello.
Alicia Naimi.
Hi, Delicia.
You don't have fucking mean. Shut up. Mara Shane.
Hi.
And psychic in the house, medium, Cheryl Murphy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, everybody. So we're going to just please call in 323-524-2599. And Kurt, thank you, Kurt, for managing it back at the station. I appreciate it. And let's see that video.
Facebook a long time ago. I don't listen to that
Oh, yeah. I forgot you deleted your Facebook. Well, let me tell you about what's going on because it's getting pretty bad.
That you said it, let me know.
Okay, let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Corona, corona, call la llorona, lávese las manos, don't be a tonta. Stay in your casa, take care of your nana, sana, sana, colita de rana. Keep your mouth safe, don't kiss papi chulo. There's no toilet paper, I can't wipe my culo. Don't touch your ears, your boca o nariz. Get the corona and you could be diseased.
Wow, okay. I see what's going on now. Okay.
Yeah, that's really bad. All you have to do is turn on CNN.
Well, let me celebrate.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Corona, corona, call la llorona. Lávese las manos, don't be a tonta. Take care of your bottles, don't share your tacos. Stay off the streets, there's tons of maniacos. The government has shut down the nation. And don't even think about going on vacation. Keep a close eye on abuela. And don't even think about going to Coachella.
Yeah, the fool, Coachella's canceled. So is Disneyland. Here.
I have a cough. I think I'm infected.
Well, you never know, because no one's getting tested.
Check your chest. Are you feeling out of breath? Stay in quarantine till there's no symptoms left. I turn on the news and see a presidente.
And we're all screwed because he's crazy in the mente.
A stupid 45.
Yeah, what a pendejo. All right, let's wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Corona, corona, call la llorona. Lávese las manos, don't be a tonta. I'm going loca. Oh my god, I touched my boca.
Better wear a mask if you're coming from Europa.
If you're feeling sick, go in isolation.
Don't be the tonta that infects the whole nation.
The stock market's crashing. We're headed for recession. Hand sanitizer is my new obsession.
Hope you enjoyed our public service announcement.
Yeah, make this go viral.
Like the corona. Stay safe.
Stay healthy.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, Lupe, you heard about...
So a friend of mine sent me that right before we went on air, and I thought, oh, okay, I have to start it because it's kind of cute, but it also sends out a message that's important that we have to really take this virus seriously. And I know all week on Facebook, I'm like, we're going to go live in studio. And then the thing came out in Los Angeles, and I'm like, podcast is covered. And then I changed my mind because Mara, who just left the scene, my friend Jackie, my friend Kathleen, they all called me and said, you're crazy to do it in studio. So hence why this is the new norm, and we're doing it here. So call in 323-524-2599. I want to know how you guys are dealing with it. But starting with my lovely ladies, how have you been dealing with it, Jenny?
Well, you know, I'm a germaphobe anyway, so it's just kind of like right in my wheelhouse now. I'm just washing my hands in the morning, bring my sanitizer with me, and you know, just it's hard as a comedian. You're trying to get out there. We get our therapy on stage. So I've been doing some live shows. I used to do a show called Walking Funny where I interview people and then encourage people to walk along with us while we did it. So I'm doing a seated version now. So I'm just kind of doing what you're doing here, interviewing people and trying to help us get our message out there and keep people calm while they're at home.
I mean, I haven't been working. All of production has shut down. So I've been working from home, but there's really, I mean, we're doing stuff, but it's not really doing anything. Now, I know that Kim, you're going to work every day. How is that like?
You know, we're going to be an essential business because we're in sanitization, right? And we're actually spraying CVS's and pharmacies to keep everyone else safe. So what we spray, it's a hospital grade thing, and it actually kills 99.99% of the coronaviruses, okay, on surfaces. So the deal is I'm with, you know, my texts come back and I honestly, I'm going to tell you, for the last week, I kind of didn't really think about it. You know, like I would do dumb things like count the money like this, like go with my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
And count the money, right?
That's just a habit.
And then I thought, oh, Jesus, this is dumb. So, yeah, I mean, I'm having to change a lot of things I'm doing at work to be safe because not that I don't take it seriously. I don't want to get anyone else sick. And, you know, I can't see people I really would like to see because I don't know. But that's the scary thing, right? You don't know.
You just don't know. I mean, now, Delisha, you're working in a company. I mean, even though are you working from home?
Yeah, I always work from home, actually.
Didn't know that.
I telecommute, so I'm lucky there, but my company is still in business because we are a print manufacturer and we are printing for a lot of the cities and a lot of the counties, disseminating really important information about the virus, especially because my company is specifically in Santa Clara County. So they're hit the hardest in all of California right now.
Wow. And then Cara, are you enjoying the lap of luxury in your beautiful home?
Yes. Mostly, I'm a little concerned that Kim works in the sanitization. I thought you made pastries.
Right?
No, I used to make pastries.
Very, very clean pastries.
Wow. Excuse me, there's no used to. You brought the pastries here last weekend. We had pastry extravaganza. We just finished them.
I do.
Sensational.
But my day job now isn't that. It used to be. My day job now is like doing different stuff.
Good. Well, we need you right now. But we don't care. We're really close.
Thank you for taking
We're rubbing up against each other. We don't care. We're just right in there.
We're bathing regularly.
So, Mara, what have you been doing?
Well, I have a dry cough, and I hate that. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been careful when I go to the market or pick up a prescription to hold my breath because I don't want to be like anywhere. So basically, I've just gone to the, the laundromat, the public laundromat. Scary. Very scary. I take my Lysol and Lysoling everything, everywhere myself, wearing gloves. And then I just been here, just with my kitty, who will probably jump into this podcast. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay. No, because we're going to talk about the animals too. But I want to get through. Cheryl, what have you been up to?
You know, what we've been doing here at the house is really just trying to keep our immune system strong, whether it's resting or, eating healthy. So I've been actually doing a lot of cooking. And I'm trying to cook large, pots of stew or soups and then just freeze them so they're always going to be there. That way, it's always something healthy we grab for. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, everybody's hoarding at the grocery stores. There's lines at the grocery stores. There's nothing in the grocery stores. I mean, I don't recall them saying that there would be a shortage on toilet paper and grocery items, but people are hoarding it. And down the block, as I was saying to a friend of mine in Burbank, which is where I live, I never realized that within a 2-block radius, there's 4 gun stores. And you've got all these white guys that are ninja. I mean, they look like fucking ninja standing there. And I'm thinking, why would you sell them the fucking guns? That's all I'm going to say. But there's lines of craziness, probably even surpassing what's in the grocery stores. And, and then what I've been doing is, and everyone's going to say here, because you all know, but I used to read tarot cards. And because I'm a social person and I like to talk and I am isolated, and I talk to most of you on the phone every day because we always check in on each other because that's what friends do. I've been doing these tarot readings for people from the show, people from all over the United States. And it's kind of fun because I don't know them and I do my thing and it's amazing. I mean, it's just fun.
Not knowing when you do your tarot readings, Gaye Ann, just to let you know, not knowing someone actually helps you have that objective opinion. You know, you've never met them. The energy's fresh. You're going into it just, as a slate, so to speak. So,
well, you encouraged me to do it. So thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. But talking about the virus, I mean, all over Facebook, there's a bunch of crap going around. And I think the World Health Organization, CDC, I think if people are going to find information out, they have to go to the right channels.
Don't watch CNN.
Yeah, no, or Fox. Or like I like to call it Fox.
We don't like those channels.
Don't watch Fox at all. And then we have a president who's an asshole who is calling this the Chinese disease because he's such a prick. And then today and every day, those stupid white people that are in charge here, they're not cleaning the microphone. They're grouping up around each other like they're like butt fucking each other. That's how close they are. I mean, they're not even follow the fucking rules of what they're telling us to do. So, I mean, there's this, social distancing, which I get, and I think it's important. And I think it is important that we all should stay home. But even in the markets now, have you guys noticed when you have gone to the groceries and stuff? I mean, are they doing social distancing or what are you looking out there as you're seeing? Are people paying attention to this thing?
No, I have found this.
Alicia,
I went to the store probably, I think it was last Tuesday, and last Tuesday. Because I knew that this was coming. And at the time, there were still people wandering around all over the place that were infected with this. They weren't doing anything for it at the time. Now, I stocked up on my groceries because I know ahead of time that I better stay out of Dodge. But I mean, now I think it's very different than it was then. But even a week ago, they weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I go to the store,
hey, Naira, you're giving feedback. I don't know why.
She's got the speakers turned up too loud.
Okay. Thank you, Kim.
You didn't think I knew that, did you?
No, I didn't. Sanitization and baking, okay?
Marguerite's got something to say.
What am I saying?
Marguerite, what do you have to say?
She goes to the store every bloody day.
Well, I go to I try to get out at least once a day. The best time of day it seems to go to Costco is like 2:00 in the afternoon. I went yesterday and the store was almost fully stocked. There was almost nobody there. And there was just a few things I couldn't find. I found people have to keep their own social distancing because they're trying to use the card as their social distancers. And you've got to be careful about that.
I like to use it as a weapon if people get too close. Push them out of the way. But like everything that's in the news today, I mean, this is the new norm. I mean, everything's, we talk about Italy, my people. I've been checking in with my relatives, not daily, but close to it. And luckily, knock on wood, it hasn't affected them and they're in real isolation. And the Chinese, where I guess it started, they're like kind of out of a state of emergency, if I read correctly. So a lot of people are saying the reason why this is happening is because the prick of our president sort of didn't really pay attention to this. How are you guys feeling about
like
that?
It was a joke. It happened.
Let me see. I'll talk briefly about this. Almost all viruses that ever happen in the world start in an area of China just because of the way the earth is shaped and the direction the winds blow. So to blame it on China is really ridiculous. It's not any one country's fault. It has to do with the way that viruses come up, and then the winds blow, and then they blow them at us in different speeds. So we have to remember that all pathogens of that nature come that direction. It's very rare that it's different in a flu-type virus. This is a flu-type virus. In fact, this is a SARS-2 virus. So we had SARS-1 about, 15 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. And now we've got technically SARS-2. So it's a similar virus. What's scary about this one is that it spreads faster than all the other viruses we're used to. And so that's why I think it's a big problem, is it spreads faster. That's why they decided to do, let's hide everybody away.
Well, spreads faster, and doesn't it spread silently? You know,
all viruses spread silently, right? No virus can be seen. No virus can be smelled. No virus can be heard. So, of course, they're all invisible little creatures. So there's no way we'd ever know if a pathogen exists outside of having symptoms of it.
Alicia?
What I read is how this virus started in Wuhan was it started through a market. So I think part of it might be lifestyle too. And they were talking about how it started through a meat market in Wuhan, China.
They're not
Maybe. I mean, you know.
They're not sure about that. That's just one possible epidemiology. There actually seemed to be a case zero somewhere else than that market. So again,
yeah, because I know people who came back from Egypt and brought two of the people that brought it to Ventura County. I know because my ex was actually in contact with them, but they brought it back from Egypt, and that was before we even knew that it had hit Egypt.
Right.
So I mean, that has been in other parts of the world, maybe even before China, and we didn't even know it.
The three biggest places affected are Iran, China, and France, or Italy at this point in time, with France coming up a big, fast fourth place now.
Is it? I do. But
I mean, the scary thing is that because it's new, because they don't know exactly how it behaves in certain ways. Yes, you know, like even with the SARS, the malaria drug they're trying now, that even though it showed some promise against I believe it was SARS or Ebola or whatever it was, once they tried to put it into a human trial, then those results didn't transfer. So the fact that we just we don't know how long does this specific virus live on a surface? How long does this specific So those are the things to me that I find frightening, is that we just don't know yet. And those are the things that I get it. And I love the fact that we are rushing through these regulations. Now it's a time of need. But what they're going to say is then, okay, those regulations are just crazy. We don't freaking need regulations, but you do. You look at the list, look at things like that, you know what, we need to back off on some of those things. Right. What scares me is the people's response to it. They want a magical cure that just isn't going to happen. We have to just take a step back, realize that for most of the population, this is not a life-threatening illness. It's just that, you know, we are our most vulnerable are, and the unknown is, I think, what makes this particular thing so frightening, because we just don't, it's new, you know,
and this has never happened
before. About that too, because I think people are under the impression that this only affects elderly and immune compromised, but the results are coming out now that a high percentage is in their 20s. So
well, no, they get it, but they're not dying from it.
Younger people aren't dying; they're getting it, but they're not dying. The older people are the ones that are dying and immune compromised.
Well, a 40-year-old guy just
and
died.
it even turns out that a lot of people can be carriers and never get sick.
Right? Yes, we can hear you, Mara.
Okay.
And that's the problem, is that people are carriers and they can never get sick. And people are out there, like you said, we don't know how long, like Jenny said, we don't know how long it stays on surfaces. We don't know any of that. I mean, even me and my roommate are staying 6 feet apart from each other. You know?
I found a fabulous research article from the Journal of New England Journal of Medicine. And they actually did a comparison of SARS-1 and SARS-2 and how long each one lasts on surfaces. And did you know it can last on plastic almost the longest? Mm-hmm. So plastic could be up to 3 to 8 days.
What? Hey, wait, I also heard that on cardboard too. Cardboard stuff.
The more porous the surface, the more likely it is to stay longer. And
think about all your Amazon deliveries.
Hold on, everybody. So if anybody's getting stuff on Amazon, if anybody's getting stuff and packages from Amazon, I mean,
only every day.
Me too. I have been leaving it on my porch, like in the sun, because they say that the heat kills it. I've been keeping it out there, and mind you, it's only cat litter and stuff, but But, you know, and then eventually I'll take it out there. I haven't done it yet because I don't feel like it. But it's really, you know, the thing is with all this information, or I should say misinformation, it panics people. And that's why this Facebook is driving me crazy, is because people are posting stuff from not reputable sites and people are freaking out and no one is getting the proper information or going there. And then you've got our dick as a president who is just spouting bullshit, you know? And yes, of course, I am not a Republican. But we have a government now that is very irresponsible and very reckless. And no one's talking about those people that pulled their shit out of the stocks or sold their stocks either after they had this private meeting. Anyone aware of that?
I heard about it.
Talk about that. Yeah, it's out there.
You know,
That's
so
terrible.
there is this secret shroud of shit that they're not letting the public know. I mean, I understand maybe part of it is not to freak people the fuck out because people are already freaking out, you know, buying guns and shit. I mean, you know, I still think Black Friday has more fatalities than Corona so far. And let's keep it that way. But, I mean, you know, it is the washing of the hands. And it's really important. And washing of the hands is much more important than doing the hand sanitizer. Although hand sanitizer, if you can find it, because people are hoarding that shit too, you know, that's the second backup. I mean, you know, I'm here. I take care of my mom. I know, Jenny, you're taking care of your sister, taking care of your elderly mom. Cheryl,
why my mom gotta be elderly, huh?
So, I mean, I guess we'll be elderly soon too. But
I know, right?
But I mean,
and my ex's mom lives with me, so yeah. And she's
so there.
Really? That is the most lesbian thing I've ever heard in my entire
Your
life.
ex's
That
mom?
went, you win.
wonderful. I love her. She's like my own mom.
That's funny.
Fantastic. Call in, Patty. Call in.
I mean, I'm concerned because my mother's on dialysis, you know, and she goes home to go out 9 times a week, you know, and, you know, obviously they're taking precautions because it's a medical facility. But I just want to give a shout out to everyone on the front line in the medical field.
Really, truly.
Because they truly are like our heroes. I want to say thank you to everyone who's working in the supermarkets. Places that we need. These people are being put on the front line and they're really doing it. And
they're doing it for like this much money.
How much money?
Not like Ralph's gave them a big ass raise because they're the only one in the world working right now. It's
another
you know, and they're doing really well too. Like, you know, my ex-husband went and had his bladder surgery for his cancer. No one's allowed in that hospital. No one can be, you can't send flowers. Nothing can go in, which is amazing that they're taking those types of precautions, you know?
That's what we have to do to stop this.
Yeah. I mean, and what was I going to say? And the other thing is, you know, I want to say to people out there, one of the major sectors hit are the small businesses. And, you know, and a lot of people also are losing their jobs. You know, if you work for a company, I mean, I'm fortunate. I work for a network. So yes, I'm getting paid. Nothing happens. But for the smaller companies and the smaller businesses, you know, if we can support them in any way, I would do that because, you know, I mean, my stock, I mean, I have to work now to 98 years old before I can retire because my 401k plan is in the shithole after 31 years at my company. So, but I really believe, you know, and another thing, and I know I've seen a lot of us post on Facebook, and there's a friend of mine that is completely an advocate on this, you know, foster animals, you know, people, ignorant motherfucking people are taking their animals and dumping them off in the shelters. Because, why? Because I don't know why they think that the animals are going to transmit this fucking coronavirus shit. Or whatever they're doing. So
that's so ignorant. I can't even.
Ignorant. And we have ignorant people. And these are probably the same son of bitches that voted for our president. So he's not going to go unscathed on this whole show, just so you know. But seriously, people, go online, foster. They want something. You don't have to adopt the pet. You can go and foster, take in a pet. It's really sad that people are so stupid and ignorant. You know, also during this time, I'm sure, people, even though the no-kill shelters, there's more kill shelters than no-kill shelters. And the more they get animals in, the more they're going to have to be euthanized. And that's criminal. Oh, wait, we have a call. I can't fucking believe it. Okay, Kurt, how does this work?
I'm patching them in right now.
Okay, cool. Kurt, tell me when it's okay to talk.
They're here. They're in.
Hi, caller. Who's calling? Welcome to the new norm of Between the Sheets. Hello? Kurt, anything?
Yeah, I have them in.
Yeah, but
Hello,
they're not
caller.
talking.
Caller, can you hear us? All right, they don't want to talk.
All right, hang up on them because I don't know what to do. So try to call in 323-524-2599. Guys, I hate dead air space. Okay. Hey guys, and also all you listeners out there, the ladies and I decided that if we continue to do this, the next show will be in our bras. So lucky you. But hey, Mara's iPad, I see you. Okay. So, so what are your guys' concerns? I mean, reading the news and all this other stuff, I mean, what really is bothering you with the way things are being handled stuff?
Okay, so for me, especially, it's something that's not really being mentioned that much. And it's something you have to do some research on, which is people, not only just the elderly people that are affected that could die from this, but there's a lot more than that. You have to be careful with what medications you're taking. If you're on immunosuppressant medications, or if you're on any sort of biologics, so many people are. And if Gaye Ann, if you'll allow me 45 seconds to just run through some of these medications, because sometimes you would be shocked that people don't even know what they're taking. They don't even know that they are an immunosuppressant, or they know the name of it, but that's it. They don't know what it does. So I just want to read through a couple of these. One of the big ones is prednisone. If you're taking prednisone, you're immune suppressed. If you're taking Azicol or any of the Pentasa, Lialda, any of those types, those are aminosalicylates, which are immune suppressed. If you're taking any immunomodulators, basically like 6-mercaptopurine, which I took for my Crohn's for a very long time, cyclosporine, azathioprine, which is a big one, methotrexate, which is a big one, Xeljanz, which a lot of people take, and then any biologics like Cimzia, Humira, Remicade, Symponia, Renflexia, anything that you might be taking for rheumatoid arthritis, Inflectra, all of these, Stelara, and Entyvio, that's a really big one that they promote all the time on TV. All of these lower your immune system to the point where it makes you very, 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 very
Hey, everybody, what I'm noticing, not to interrupt you, we have another call. But Cara, I have just noticed you probably are more ADD than all of us tonight. So we have a caller. Okay, hi, caller. Can you hear us?
Hi, Gaye Ann.
Hi, who's calling?
It's Valerie Milano.
Hi, Valerie. Hello, how are you?
Hey, everybody. Hi, I miss you all. It's so great to see you there, and thank you for all your information. I was in Thailand about 3 weeks ago and went through Hong Kong airport, and you could have shot a cannon through Hong Kong airport. There was nobody in there. And so when I got back, I've been self-medicating. No, I've been self-quarantined here for 3 weeks, and I'm going crazy.
Where are you? Are you here with us, or are you in the Palm Springs?
I'm in LA.
Yay. I mean, that's the thing that I hate the most, because, I mean, I like to see you guys. I like to hang out with my friends. And this is probably the hardest for me because, I mean, I guess we could go hiking, Kim, and have that social distancing. But, exercise, we obviously we have to do stuff. And I want to do some hiking, and I want to do some stuff, and I want to see my friends. But it's really kind of hard. So, I mean, what are you guys doing in the spare time? Like, Val, what have you been doing not to go crazy?
Hiking. I've been hiking in my neighborhood up to Griffith Park. You mean you don't think that friends can do that?
Yeah.
Well, I
together?
think we could. I think we just can't be close to each other. It's like that Police song, "Don't Stand So Close to Me." And we can't do the hugging. And as an Italian, that's a problem. It's really a problem for me to hug. But, you know, the fist bump, the elbows, it's like, what the fuck, you know? But so Val, I mean, you're in the media. I mean, we're both in the media, but you're in the media and you're more on like a reporter. What are you hearing? I mean, I know production shut down, but anything you want to impart with us of what you're hearing on the front lines, being a reporter?
Well, you know, I deal in entertainment so much, not hard news, except, you know, just for the fact that all our readers are asking us to write more on Corona and how it's affecting the entertainment industry. And so most of my writers have been doing that. I'm just kind of sick of it. I'm watching a lot of television, as I'm sure a lot of us are, and I'm reviewing a lot of television shows and just trying to forget about Corona and putting out, you know, reviews and you know, my comments and thoughts on my interviews that I've done.
Yeah. Hey, Val, I mean, with the entertainment, I mean, obviously there's stuff to promote, but there's, you know, a lot of the entertainment business is putting stuff out there. Like, I know that some of the like movie theaters are releasing their features, like, I guess to look on Roku or wherever the hell that is. I mean, a lot of the artists are doing house concerts, which are pretty amazing. I just heard that Audible and a couple of other places are putting free audio books out there to entertain people. I mean, you know, I've, you know, one of the shows that I'm like hooked on now is Outlander, because a friend of mine said they're watching Outlander. So, I mean, I didn't give it a chance. Now I'm into it, but I swear to God, I mean, when you're working, you can only think, I can't wait to get home and watch Netflix. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. And now we have to do this. And now I'm fucking bored of television, you know, which is why it's like, I want to do stuff. It's like just weird being in a position now of what we always wanted to do. I mean, oh God, I can't wait. If I had this, I'd do this or this. And now we have this time. So how do we be productive? I mean, in the first 24 hours, I cleaned my bedroom. I did all the laundry. I mean, it's insane. And then I came Monday. I'm like, I am so fucked right now.
You know what the thing is too? It's really ruining porn. Because like now you watch it and you're just thinking about how completely irresponsible with all those bodily fluids and how they're touching. It's ruined.
I always felt that way though, so you know.
They look just a negative. They're good.
Hey Val, you still on? Hey Val, you still on?
I am on. I just wanted to say another thing and thank Jenny McNulty. She came on the other day with Suzanne Westenhofer on a Facebook Live, and I know Karen Williams did as well. And it's just really kind of, I appreciate not having to talk about the coronavirus all the time. And they were just really cute, really cute.
Thank you. 1:00 every day on Facebook on my page. I'm interviewing people and yapping and talking and trying to figure it out.
And this time it has sound, won't you, Jenny?
Oh, God, don't even talk to me about today. But I
got a question.
Commercial. Play my commercial at some point, because it's...
Oh, you know what? Before, Val, thanks for calling.
Thanks, Val.
You got it. Y'all have a good night. Miss you.
Miss you too, all. Hey, Kurt, can you put Jenny's commercial on now? Can you cue it up?
Yeah, I can cue it right now. All right, so here it comes.
Has being stuck in the house with your family driven you a little crazy? Don't resort to this. Order my COVID Family Saver Pack. That's right, for just $99.99 you can receive this amazing kit which will save your family's problems. When those noises are getting to you too much, you can't put on those Bose headphones because everyone can see they're in. With my Family Saver Pack, these wonderful little auditory attenuators slide nicely into your ear very discreetly. Once you learn how to smile and nod, no one will even know you're wearing them. And if it gets to be absolutely too bad and you can't even stand to look at your family, well, my COVID Family Saver Pack comes with some ocular obliterators. That's right, slide these on, and with your attenuators in, you can get through this crisis. Order today, only $99.99, and the first 100 orders come with a free roll of toilet paper. No, they don't. You can get through this crisis. Order today, only $99.99, and the first 100 orders come with a free roll of toilet paper.
All right, you're back.
I couldn't hear it.
I couldn't hear it either.
But it looked funny.
I have my cell phone here, and I've had to put it up to see how it was. It was very funny, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. Jenny,
Sorry about that.
No, you did it right. Curfew.
I'm having audio issues today.
No, you're not. It was
for me at audio.
Kurt muted because we're acting like 8-year-olds in the schoolyard. He would have talked right through it. So
it's crazy. It's just crazy.
So, I want to talk about. I mean, there's a lot I want to talk about. And I'm sure there's a lot you guys want to talk about, but we can talk about the quote unquote conspiracy theories now.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, she was like talking to me about this a few weeks ago, because she listens to the Conspiracy Theory Network all the time, that this was like, they coming in and this was masterminded. It's biological warfare to take down fucking China and all this other shit, and to sort of, what? Huh? Someone say something? Oh, okay. So what do you think about the conspiracy theory? I mean, I take a more spiritual approach on this as well, as I and I posted on my Facebook. It's like the universe is sort of doing a fucking cleansing. I mean, Cheryl, what do you think? I mean, spirit as in the spiritual realm, you're like one of the most spiritual on this thing. What are you thinking is happening from a spiritual level?
Well, what I feel is happening is that we are becoming a global community. So, this distancing that we're doing now, we're going to start appreciating being so far away from each other, and we're going to really create and honor each other more. So I really do think there's something about honoring the soul, the spirit of one another more. I think there's something about honoring Mother Earth more. There's something about gratitude in a huge way. And even though we may not feel it right now, mustering up that courage that we have to support one another. Because, I have a kindness challenge, if I may. I just want to do a kindness challenge for you. And I know a lot of, all of us on the call are probably already doing it. But there's something about a kindness challenge, like check on those people that, your friends, your family, with a phone call, a text, an email, and follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. If you hear that small voice in your head, like, look, I need to call my friend. I haven't spoken to them. And since this started, that's your intuition, your higher self saying, call them. If I could just say I did that to a friend of mine I hadn't spoken to in a long time, and he really needed help because he had to take his job that he was a counselor, and he had to take his job into a mobile situation, into an online counselor now. So I kind of helped him set that up. But, you never know how you're going to help someone. So really, that's my kindness challenge, is really just follow your intuition and have that courage, really, that we are going to get through this. But I really do feel we're becoming a global neighbor with each other. We really are.
Who's cat? Who's cat?
It would be me.
Oh, I love her cat.
Hey, are we gonna have a cat off? I'm gonna have a cat off. Just you wait.
This is our real Sebastian.
Oh.
I have 5 of them, and I can't do it.
5! Yay!
Oh, Jenny, you're really a cat lady.
Oh my goodness! Oh!
What is it about lesbian and cats? That's all I have to know.
Mine's 19. She's pissed off. I just picked her up.
I just want to say that it would really freak me out if my friend was a psychic and I hadn't heard from her in 20 years, and all of a sudden she called me. What the hell's going on? Am I going to die? Talk to me. What's going on?
That's so funny. All I've done all day is texting. I've never had so many texts ever. I mean, I spent all day texting all around the world, which is fine. I don't want to do that every day. I still need to have a walk and stuff. But going back to the conspiracy theories, there are so many. Just so many. But it does seem like this is an enormous change in our lives. It's never going to be the same again. It's another 9/11 in that sense.
I know. I feel very scared. Like I definitely feel like it's the aftermath of 9/11 in a way. Because it's surreal and something, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm in a stupor. I think it's just the shock of everything going on and the unknowing.
It's the unknown. Yeah. It's unknown. Totally. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just that don't know what it is. It's weird. It's only.
I mean, it's weird. It's really surreal. And I'm not scared by it. I mean, I'm not scared. It's just like, I have no idea like what to do or what to think or even how to feel.
What is scary is the economic impact of this. Like,
Yes.
you guys, so many people have lost their jobs, and how do they pay rent and take care of kids? School kids that aren't in school right now that would normally be fed in school that aren't getting fed at home. I mean, it's so far reaching that it's mind boggling.
Well, they just announced a mortgage forbearance program that they're going to offer to all Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae today. So that just came out today, and then others are going to follow. So they're going to take care of us.
But that's is that for homeowners or just?
Well, if you think about, I think what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to do this for homeowners, and that's going to have to trickle down to the renters. And there's going to have to be a law saying no renters can be evicted during this time, and you can't hold it against them.
I do think some states already and some counties have already done that, because where the fuck are people
going to go? Today nationwide.
Well, it has to be. But
here's the thing, though. Okay, so you won't get evicted, but does that mean you still owe 6 months back rent?
Right.
You're working paycheck to paycheck. You're never going to be able to catch up on 6 months back rent. I mean, not that you wouldn't eventually pay it, on like $20. I don't even know how, but it's just
there needs to be laws in place.
I think that's the unknown is the scariest to me.
But what scares me about this country is we put so much money into Afghanistan and all that shit back in the day with building these fucking machines that cost a shitload of money. I mean, all our surplus is going to that.
Trillions of dollars. Trillions
of dollars in the middle of a motherfucking crisis.
But here, did you read what they're going to give us? $1,200.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
I don't think they should do that. I think that that's kind of scary, because if thieves are out there and they know that every mailbox is getting $1,200, it's going to be mayhem.
Hell, I'm going to hang out outside Gaye Ann's house because I know she's got kitty litter getting delivered that she's waiting for it to bake the germs off. I'm fucking stealing her kitty litter.
Right? People have been doing that. I heard somebody here in Ventura, they got their whole week's worth of food stolen from the food delivery thing.
No, it's crazy. And that's the thing. It's kind of like that's why, I mean, if people, I mean, and we're not professionals here. I mean, we're professionals, but not about this. But if we can just, really ask our listeners and viewers, we will come out of this. And I don't think we should panic. I mean, I really don't think we should panic. You are freaking out. Take a Xanax. I mean, seriously.
Thank God for Prozac.
Ativan. I mean, I don't think those are problematic. Are those constraints problematic with Corona?
No, I'm right. I'm rolling wee little tiny, I'm calling them COVID cannabisitas. They're little like single joints. So it's just for you. It's a tiny little joint that you don't have to share. Everybody just has their own little tiny.
I think a whole one is fine.
I am ready to microdose at this point right now. I think if I could knock myself out for a few months, that'd be good, But I mean, I'm not going to say this on air because people will be breaking into my fucking house. But I mean, seriously, I really want people to understand that just like China, okay, they did that. Now they're out of the woods in a way. I mean, they really are. And I know we will come out of this as well. There's no need to panic. I mean, what's amazing, in my neighborhood, now mind you, we're screaming across the street or screaming, but like, I needed eggs. Okay. And I put on next door, right? I need some eggs. Anybody have like chickens and stuff in my neighborhood? Well, I mean, yeah, all of a sudden someone's like, yeah, you want to come pick up eggs? Here, have some eggs. I think it will make us, well, some of us, not the people that voted for Trump, but some of us with the conscience. I think, people who are already kind and compassionate like we are, I would hope that this causes this wave of people to be more neighborly and loving.
I think it does. It's the sense of community that we're all in this together. When I go to the market, I pass people, everyone smiles at each other. That never happens. They're very aware and connected. It's like we're all just stupefied, like I said, but everyone's trying to make the best out of it when we're out in public, smiling.
Cheryl, did you think that, I think it's Sylvia Brown or something, everybody was putting on Facebook that like in 2008, she predicted this stuff was going to happen.
Yeah, she said it would go way fast too.
Is that a real thing? Like, what was there anything on
No, that was real, 100%.
Let's ask
it's real and it's in her book.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's just blows your mind, doesn't it? If they're talking about Sylvia Brown wrote a book back in July of 2007. It was published in 2008. It's called End of Days. And just in a paragraph, she talks really specifically, right, guys?
Yeah. Very specifically.
There is an outbreak.
And then she says it comes back in 10 years.
Right. And she says it'll be gone forever. But I mean, who knows? But I mean, it's kind of incredible. She pins it as a respiratory thing, and it's incredible.
That is weird.
But like, Cheryl, can you read into those things? Do you see those things? I mean, like for you, how does your channel work, I guess?
Yeah. Sometimes I look at the future or I try to make predictions. I do that. And it's usually through meditation that comes to me. That happens to me. Like I knew Trump would be president back in the day because I was meditating. My dad crossed over in the spirit. I'm meditating. Actually, I'm communicating with my father. I'm saying, hey, Dad, before I come out of this meditation, who's going to be our next president? Because it was right around that time. And he's like, Trump. And so that's how I get my messages. I mean, from the spirit world, but that's how I connect. And I'm sure that's what Sylvia Brown was doing. I'm sure she was in an altered state, in a trance state, and she channels.
Someone had posted that Bill Gates also gave a public speech right around that time and predicted the same thing.
I wouldn't be surprised because Bill Gates has a lot of, energy like that. He's very inspirational. These also wonderful creators, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all of these people are very, very creative. They have that energy. Yeah. But, I know that right now we're dropping a lot of old belief systems. We're dropping a lot of old baggage right now. Like you have seen so many people in fear and in panic. Yes. But, we're surviving. We're realizing what's important to us. And just as impactful as that fear is, just know on the other side of that, that's going to be the compassion and the love and the community. So there's that wave coming about that. We will get through this will pass.
I love hearing that, Cheryl, because I go through waves of depression. Like I'm okay. And then all of a sudden I'm so depressed and so exhausted. I just want to go to sleep. And then I wake up and I'm watching the news because I'm like addicted to watching the news now, which is never something I was into.
Good thing anyway. It's driving me crazy. But besides the whole spiritual thing, I mean, we also have to deal medically within ourselves because we have to be fit and we have to take the proper things within our own body. Our body is our temple. So, I mean, and Delisha, you can speak on this as well. And so Marguerite as well. I mean, take herbs. Take the right vitamins, build up your autoimmune system. Autoimmune system.
Immune. So, you don't want your autoimmune built up, no.
So you know what I mean? So I should have. So Margie, why don't you tell us from your perspective, and then we can go to Delisha, because I know you have some information too. Okay. How do you build up your immune system? What should we be taking? Like, what is that process?
Right. Well, Chinese medicine, which is what I practice, East Asian medicine, we don't look at every single human being as being exactly the same. Therefore, we don't respond to things like a hot pathogen, which this virus is, the same. building the immune system says that if I am generally fatigued, I'll strengthen my body with something that'll strengthen it, maybe light exercise, maybe some broths and soups to really strengthen my body. But if I'm perfectly healthy, I might strengthen my immune system by eating good food, adding zinc and vitamin C to my daily regimen. I personally take Chinese herbs. I'm not going to say which formulas over the air because every single person is going to want something slightly different. But there's a large category of antiviral and antimicrobial herbs available out there. Every acupuncturist is a Chinese herbalist in the state of California and many other states in the country. So, and we're all doing phone consultations right now for your herbs. So if you, that's what I would recommend is if you have any symptoms, contact an herbalist and ask for a consultation. People are doing those with Skype. We can do that. It's an iffy line because you technically have to check the pulse to give a formula, but that's what I would suggest. There's a handful of formulas that you'll see are used for each type of condition. I take one formula. As soon as my ear starts hurting, I take this formula that we give for chronic child earaches, pediatric otitis media. And so that's kind of how we would work, is keeping the body strong. What the herbs do is they don't attack the virus like antiviral drugs do. When you attack a virus directly, its shape can mutate and then the drug won't work anymore. I like to think of the herbs as making the body's environment inhospitable for happy procreation of your pathogens. And so that's what herbs do and why we want to lean towards those over drugs.
Thank you. So
now, mind you, let me add one more thing. 100% of the people from SARS-1 that took Chinese herbs got cured in a month. If they took both Chinese herbs and Western medicine, they got better in 2 weeks. However, this is the scary statistic about SARS. If all they did was Western medicine, they all died.
Oh, that's another. Before we transition from Western medicine to Delisha,
That's a good transition.
I also, you know me, you know I make up words and I have really fucked up transitions. But my thing is also, I did hear that if you have corona or you think, stay away from ibuprofen.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some,
vitamin C, they say.
I
it's
didn't
very
hear
good.
that.
Vitamin C.
well, let me just tell you guys that there is a bunch of like pushback against that. And of course it's from the drug companies, but there is medical proof that the NSAIDs, which is what the type of drugs are they're saying cause anti-inflammatory reaction in your body, but they also lower your immune system. And so that's why they're very dangerous. So instead of taking ibuprofen, you should be taking acetaminophen. So Tylenol is fine, but I would not take ibuprofen right now.
Ibuprofen is Advil. That's the main market brand. Tylenol is
Motrin.
Motrin is ibuprofen too. Pretty much anything that we take when we have our
naproxen.
Naproxen, that's what you shouldn't be taking.
But aspirin, it's still the same thing, and Tylenol is still the same. It just doesn't have the same effect on your body. And the other thing I want to say is, besides the food that you eat and the amount of fluid that you're getting and the exercise that you're doing, I think it's really important right now to focus on a spiritual aspect, to focus on our central nervous systems, and to make sure that we are staying calm from within. And in order to do that, you have to look to meditation, to whatever yoga, to your spiritual practice. And like for example, the yoga studio here in Santa Paula, Yoga Casita, on their Facebook page, they're doing free yoga every week. Anybody can tune in.
But a lot of places, but Delisha, not to interrupt. I mean, look in your neighborhoods and stuff, and look online.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are doing that.
That's my point.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Yeah.
To give the plug to Santa Paula. It's not like fucking Santa Paula.
No, but I'm saying if they're doing it here, they're doing it everywhere else is the point that I was trying to make.
But it's true. I mean, you know, there are things out there. I mean, seriously, and Mara, I want to address your depression because I know you've struggled with this a lot. And, you know, and so, I mean, I don't get depressed. I just talk a lot. When I sort of get depressed or I feel sort of weird, I will pick up the phone. So Mara, I want you to know that call each of us. We love you. I love all of you guys. And I'm so happy that you guys are in my life, and I'm not winding down the show, but let's have our community. And this is our community. And we got to watch out for each other. And we've got to check in on each other. Also check in on your neighbors. Like as I said, I live in Burbank, and a lot of my neighborhood are elderly people. Check in on them. Check in on your neighbors. See what's going on with them. See if they need something. If you go into the market, if you're planning on going, which by the way, please fucking wear gloves. And if you want, wear the mask. Now I know there's that N95 or G44, whatever the fucking mask is. Don't do it if it has ventilation. That's another thing. Selling some with ventilation and some without. Don't do it with the ventilation because it'll open up more for things to come in. Whatever the spores or whatever this fucking shit is, it's dry. I don't like it. And I don't like this time at all. But it's, we really have to be careful, especially with touching shit. That's why wear the rubber gloves, because you do the carts. And did anybody ever notice, because at least by my routes, they used to have those big vats of the hand sanitizers and those little towels. Mine doesn't have them anymore.
Because you can't find it anymore.
Right. So
listen, I work for sanitization. We are having a hard time supplying. You know what I mean? One of our big suppliers, get this, one of our largest suppliers of hand sanitizer. I ordered 20 cases. So the federal government just came in and took all of the hand sanitizer and sent it to the hospitals, which is great.
Yeah.
But the federal government has actually interfered in supply.
Can I just point something out? When you get your hair colored, they come with these little things right here, and they are professional stylist gloves. I'll show you one right here. And you get gloves. So if you guys need gloves, go and get some hair dye. And if you dye your hair, then send me the dye. Number 5AR, because I'm worth it. Thank you.
Okay, I have a question, guys. What do you feel? I was talking to my sister, and we were thinking that online dating sites should be stopped too right now. And what do you think about that?
I don't think people should actually go on dates right now, but I think it's
those are hookup sites like Tinder.
Yeah, no, I don't think hookups are a good plan. I don't think the house is a good plan.
Look, I think we just need to have a lot of phone sex.
Hookup, oh my God.
I told you, between the sheets, first of all, I'm having my rubber black.
Whoa, where'd you get black?
Woo! L'Oreal 5AR for me.
But I'm just saying, everybody, that I'm stylish. Fuck you. But the thing is, I still think Between the Sheets needs to have a dating app. But I think it should be video like this, like you zoom it in if you want to have sex, right? And then you can just masturbate to each other.
Oh, no thanks.
I wouldn't do that, but we'd make so much money.
Look, that's the ultimate safe sex right there. If you're masturbating to each other.
Exactly. As long as you've got the glove on.
You can pull out all your fucking toys. And why masturbate alone? Mr. Hitachi, I love you, but you don't make any noise. Besides,
isn't the Hitachi, isn't that a grill? What the hell?
It's the Hitachi magic wand. It's been around.
Okay, all right.
So you know what you can do is you've got the glove, Gaye Ann.
What?
You've got the glove, right? Which is really great for lesbian sex because you can cut it in half, open it up, and you
do
have
a
the
dental dam.
Yes.
A dental dam. Marla, you've been so crafty.
I know.
Artist.
Lesbian hack stuff.
What I'm saying is, seriously, people, okay, in Florida, Florida, the fucked up people come usually from Florida and Texas. I don't know how that works out that way.
Wait, though. Miami and Tampa and Sarasota are all really cool, and the rest of the state is fun.
And Fort Lauderdale.
They're awesome.
But wait a minute. But wait. But you know how I sort of slam the millennials. What's the younger ones from the millennials? Which one?
Generation Z.
Z's are fucked up. You know, who are those stupid? Are the Z's the idiots that are doing spring break?
Yes.
Okay. So
wait, what?
The letter Z. You know what? These generation things are getting just as bad as the lesbian, as the gay community. Without every fucking letter now.
So they're actually holding spring break and they're gathering?
Yes, they're going to the beaches of Florida that I think a couple of them are shut down now. And they were partying on the beaches like, yo, it's spring break here.
Well, yesterday.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, it's like that generation, if that's what's going to run the country, I'm glad I'm going to be dead.
Yeah, we'll be dead.
Hold on. I always wanted to do this. Hold on. Sorry.
Is that a blowjob or a hand job? I'm not quite sure.
I just wanted to do that. I have rubber gloves and masks.
I love that. So funny.
But I mean, we are so fucking funny. It
looked like a cow udder.
It did. And then you can start milking it. I mean, you can play a lot of games here. But I mean, that generation, what Z's you say?
Yeah.
I mean,
but Ann, it's not just
you sound like an old lady, Gaye Ann. What is that generation? Those you're talking about?
But they are the last letter in the alphabet, right? So they're the end.
Do you know why? Because they're going to fuck up this country so much.
No, there's some smart ones. Come on.
Life as we know it will end after Z.
But it's not just that generation that's being irresponsible right now.
It's not at
That's
all.
the problem. I mean, you said everyone's panicked, and it is right to be panicked because there are stupid people out there like these guys doing spring break that are going to spread it to everybody. If people aren't careful, you know, I mean, I think Governor Newsom said half of California could get this.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's not okay.
You know, what scares me is the no end in sight. And I don't like waking up every day going, is this going to be my life now?
It's not a fun thought, but I mean, the more we do, the sooner it'll be over.
Did you guys hear that did you hear about them using bourbon or distilleries and making sanitizing out of it? You guys hear about that?
No, I did not.
The sanitizer, yeah.
These bourbon companies and gin and alcohol companies, they're using their facilities to make hand sanitizer with the alcohol, and they're giving it away. They're donating it.
That's wonderful. That's so great. Delisha, I love your cup.
Thank you. I got it from Ventura Pride, Macy's, actually.
Speaking of, all the prides have moved to September. I mean, and
December?
I didn't hear a date.
Oh, September.
I think most of them are going to move to starting in September. I mean, I don't care about sports. I don't really care. I know, Jenny.
I don't either. Sorry.
I think my last
basketball's gone.
But sports stuff is all stopped. Whatever. I mean, football. No, not football. There's a baseball, basketball.
It's awful.
March Madness.
Everything is. The only thing is bull riding, and that's the one time I freaking pull for the bull.
Yeah, but listen, September and October are going to be the craziest months because everything's moving. Prides, Jazz Fest, all of the big
Burning
festivals.
Man.
Yes.
We're going to do it all at once. Oh my God, I love how jazz fans
too.
Yeah, but who's to say that come September that it's not going to get delayed even more? We don't know what's going to happen in September.
Oh, honey, we've got to have a good conscience that it's not.
Let's just put, that's what I want to do. I want to put positivity out there because yes, we don't know what it's going to happen. Okay. If we do look at China as the paradigm, they have, they've got it under control. And I think no matter what, things are going to happen. Just like we're not going to be immune from other things that come up. So I think the most important thing is we stay inside, we follow the fucking rules. And I am a big rule breaker. I know that's hard to believe, but I think we need to follow these rules, but we don't need to freak out about it. I agree.
I totally agree that we don't need to freak out. However, When China put their rules in, they went, no one goes out, and literally no one went out. They had little boxes outside on the streets.
Thank you.
In the house. So when China said shut down, the whole fucking country.
Thank you.
And we're not doing that. So there's going to be, I think, a little bit of a more of a spike for us. I still think we're going to get it under control. And had we had better leadership, we would have gotten into control earlier, and we wouldn't have closed down our pandemic and blah, blah, blah. But I think we have to be a little careful, I think, in terms of just going by, okay, China's, done and over with it now in how many months, because they were also able, even though they did hide it at first, they were able to completely shut it fuck down.
Completely. And I can tell you from a printing standpoint, they were completely shut down as of like December 10th, because I had a job that they couldn't finish, and they told me factories are closed because of the coronavirus. And I was like, what the hell? You have to get me.
Wait, December the 10th?
December the 10th.
They
were shut down.
That's been around since November.
What I'm saying.
You know what the funny thing is? Like, just open your mind about this. What if it's been around for a while and half of us have already had it?
I don't know. Is that a plausible thing?
It is absolutely plausible.
It's plausible.
Absolutely.
In November.
But you're actually right, Kim, because some people are carriers and don't exhibit the symptoms. And I think with any disease, let's talk about AIDS. You had people that were walking around with HIV, giving it unconsciously to other people, and it just developed that they were susceptible or whatever it is. So we could all have it. Now what I thought is our bodies, because it did, my understanding, and maybe this is misinformation, so please clarify, that did this disease not always exist in an animal? Am I crazy? Did I hear that? Is that misinformation?
No. Coronavirus existed.
That was one of the rumors.
Correct?
I'm sorry?
There's a new strain.
Right. I read an article today, and I wish I could find it, that this virus seems to be two others that kind of mutated together and created something altogether different. So it's slightly different.
Sounds like bioengineering to me.
But it's related to two others. They were
exactly. So there's a lot of different strains of the coronavirus.
Right.
Yes, and what Delisha just said.
Hey, ladies, one at a time.
This is like a new strain that's like a super crazy strain that is it's super resistant to a lot of stuff that has been out.
And what Delisha is saying is correct, because there are like hundreds of strains of coronavirus, just not this one.
But are the strains, were there always a million strains of corona, or was this one strain and then it just now keeps mutating and mutating and mutating? Because
all viruses mutate. All viruses
shit is
that's how they survive. All viruses mutate.
Well, this is kind of what scares me. This is what scares me, and I don't want to put any panic here, but it seems like as the coronavirus, it's getting out there, it continues to mutate. We don't even have anything to deal with the first fucking strain. So are we chasing this virus? Is this virus mutating faster than we are coming up with something?
No, that's not how this one's mutating exactly. No. How it will mutate is if they try to attack it directly with an antiviral drug. That's the most common way for a virus to mutate. But viruses are always mutating. Your best bet is to keep a healthy immune system. If you get it, to resolve it, and then you'll have a natural immunity. So that, unfortunately, is the best way to build a natural immunity, is to get a small amount of a condition. That's how our bodies work.
Oh, but
isn't that what they do with the flu virus? With the flu shot? Yeah, they put a little in your body.
That's flawed science.
But hold on. Here's the thing: the flu shot and the flu shot. More importantly, my understanding, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, is they guess what strain is going to come out this year, and then they inject the elderly first and then everybody else. But the elderly, I think it's important. I guess they have to do it. And then it's a crap fucking shoot, because my mother is given, because of her compromised condition, she's given the flu shot and the pneumonia shot. And like 3 weeks later, she was in the hospital on her deathbed, almost with the fucking flu and the fucking pneumonia all combined. And I said to the doctor,
It's blood science.
I said to the doctor, I said to him, you know, I don't get it. You gave her the fucking shot. Why is she like sitting here with a ventilator down her throat and going to possibly die? And he said, and then he kind of explained this to me, which I thought was a bunch of bullshit. And then he said, I said, well, why is anybody getting vaccinated anyway? And he said, because if she wasn't vaccinated, she'd be dead by now. And I thought that was preposterous.
Well, to my understanding, when we get the
Doesn't that make sense?
for example,
There's a real story for why we buy the flu vaccine every year, and it has to do with our country and 8 other countries signing an ironclad contract with a pharmaceutical company 14 years ago. And then the research came out a year later and said what the flu vaccine does is it may decrease the symptoms of the flu in 1 person in 100 by 1 day. That's what the research shows that the flu vaccine may do.
Wow.
But because our country and 8 other countries signed ironclad contracts, they decided to pass the cost on to the customers, which is
And
us.
they have the medical
So that's why we get the flu
industry
vaccines.
so trained that every time you walk into Kaiser, from the receptionist desk to the lady who checks you in, to your doctor, to your pharmacist, everybody asks you, you want the flu shot? You want the flu shot? No, I don't want the fucking flu shot. Get out of my face.
Not me.
Oh,
yeah.
It's insane.
So preventative. I mean, what do we think we need to do besides the social distancing, besides the washing of the hands, besides blah, 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 blah? I mean, is there anything that we are missing to tell our listeners that we need to
don't do anything unnecessary. Like, don't do anything that is not necessary right now.
And even though they say masks don't help, it can't hurt people. So if you're out there in the store and you have a family of people or whatever, like they did today in Vaughn's, supposedly coughing and sneezing, like, wear a mask. It's not going to hurt you.
Well, the people that are coughing and sneezing should be wearing masks.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Coughing and sneezing should stay the fuck
I agree wholeheartedly, but you can't control the idiots that are out there.
And I would
Just
say
stop licking things. Everybody is just licking.
Stop licking
We would just stop licking people and licking counters. And I can't help it. $5 bills are so tasty.
Oh, we got to see everybody's tongue.
My son makes
$5 bills. I'm sorry, Abe. You're just I can't.
I would say get
My son
grounded.
makes a good point, and he says that it doesn't matter so much about wearing the mask, but it stops you from touching your face, and that makes sense.
Yes, totally.
But like I said before, I never thought I touched my face so much because I wasn't conscious of it. And now I'm like constantly touching my face. I'm like, am I doing this because I'm conscious now that I can't touch it?
Are you stopping yourself?
Or you're just aware of it.
Yeah, you're aware of it.
Look, I'm going to go into self-bondage in a minute if I can't stop touching my goddamn face.
Can you do that online, please, so we can all watch?
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone should wear like straight jackets.
I mean, seriously, it's bizarre. And another thing I read online today, and I think it was from a source, that this thing, boy, my arms look really good tonight. That this virus like attacks the lungs. Like that's the priority. It attacks the lungs, but also they were saying, and obviously lungs and fever, but it also attacks the gastrointestinal systems, intestinal tract and stuff.
I hadn't heard that before. That scares me.
Most people are getting some form of diarrhea with it. They're finding as a new symptom that they've been dismissing.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, if some, like I have allergies, and like I wake up in the morning and I'm stuffy and then, I'm okay, I don't like to sleep with heat or anything, but my mother's old and she gets cold. So I have the heat on. And every time the heat kicks in, even though the filter's clean, I'm like sneezing a couple of times, but I'm not like panicking going, oh, fuck, I must have this. And I think people have to realize that's another thing. Look at the CDC, see what the symptoms are. Because you don't need to be running to urgent care or emergency. First of all, there's not a lot of test kits out there, and we can thank our president. I posted something about a week ago, and I got it from a very a credible source, and it's a news source. Gaye Ann didn't fucking make this shit up. And there's proof that we were offered from the World Health Organization test kits, and Trump denied it. And there are two companies that make it, and those are FDA approved. And he rejected them because other people wanted to come to the table, like UCLA is making some test kits, and he rejected it. And my opinion why, and it's not my opinion, I know why, him and his lovely fucking rich cronies have a vested stake and interest in these two companies. And they wanted to capitalize on it. So therefore, we don't have the test kits needed. Now, that is, I posted that on Facebook. Now, I'm popular on Facebook, but by no means am I a celebrity or people go to my page for shit. Do you know that fucking thing was shared 8,500 times? Wow. 8,500 times. And that's the truth. And it's the truth. So, now we don't have enough test kits. So people, really follow the guidelines. If you're sneezing or if you're this or you're that, please do not run. Yeah, exactly. There are certain things that are real indicators. Don't run and clog up the medical facilities that actually are there to treat people, because the coronavirus is around. But guess what? There are still people out there who have heart issues, other things. Just lay it out. And if you think you have something, a sneeze, a cough, before you can even do it, stay the fuck home.
Yes.
Right. Period.
Yes. Emergency and vodka. It is the emergency and vodka. Look, this has zinc and vitamin D. It's health food right there, and the vodka kills germs.
I asked a friend of mine the other day, what do you need to take? And she said, obviously C is important.
Right.
D3.
Yep.
Bees. She uses this, what's it called?
MCT oil.
MCT oil. And there's other stuff.
Wait, what's
MCT
oil?
is really important right now too, because if people are really staying in their homes, that we get that only from the sun. So D3 is super important for people to be taking right now.
So I think, look up online. She was my font of information, but look up online and you can Google it, what to take. Now, also be careful. A lot of the stores out there, people have taken this. Costco, you won't have any of this stuff. Be very careful if you buy something from Amazon, because Amazon, they are known, not Amazon itself, but they're so-called resellers or whatever those other people.
Third parties.
They're not necessarily going to give you the right stuff, and this has been proven. So make sure you get it from a reputable company. Usually it's got to be made in the United States. So look at the thing, and if you get something and it's not exactly what it says on the package, on the thing, return it to Amazon. They will give you a full refund. But it's very important to make sure you know what you're taking and where you're taking things from. Because this is another thing that happens now. You've got all this stuff. People are price gouging. They're lying about what's in some stuff. Somebody posted today, gas in Kentucky. Not that we ever want to go to Kentucky, but in Kentucky, it's like 99 cents a gallon. So great. We got cheap gas now, but nowhere to fucking go.
Isn't it ironic?
It is pretty ironic. So, we just have to be very cautious in what we're buying. Truly, do check where your fruits and vegetables come from. If any time, now is the time to sort of go organic. I don't think the farmers markets will be out and about this weekend. So, I bought a blood orange tree and it's flourishing right now. And the only reason I bought blood orange is because I went to a bar one day and they made me a blood orange. You're laughing, Jenny. They made me a blood orange.
kitty litter and blood oranges at Gaye Ann's house. Do it.
Hold on, I have tangerines and lemons too. So I can make a lemon teeny. I can do a screwdriver. I mean, so and I've got tons of booze because the celebrity. I mean, I get as the celebrities that give me all this alcohol. So, but I mean, you know, I just want to say, just in these times, just be cautious. Be just cautious with what you're buying. Kim disappeared. What you're buying, where you're going. You know, keep your heads up.
Who you're kissing.
You don't have a ring on the finger, you shouldn't be kissing them. You know, I mean, seriously, you know, put a ring on it. You know, I also believe that a lot of that, I think if we count 9 months, I think if we count 9 months from now, we'll have generation X to the second degree.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's going to be a lot of fucking babies coming out of this.
Just because people stay home, like, what? I mean, really?
Well,
I just printed a big order for a vibrator company called Crave in San Francisco. Like, yeah.
Oh,
I figured, you know, people are home a lot.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where did Kim go? I'm going to ask her. Kim, where are you?
Kim and Cara.
And Cara, hold on. Where are you? Okay. So, hey, Kurt, are you still there?
I'm still here.
All right. Let's see. How much more time? I know
Kurt, for all you're doing. Thank you, Kurt.
You still have 9 minutes.
Okay, so I want to try and get one more caller in, please, 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 and make it fun. 323-524-2599, 323-524-2599. I just want to say, you know, we will be playing this by ear, and if there's still an edict out, we will continue to do this every other week. We're on the first and third Friday of every month, 7 p.m. Once we're allowed to go in studio, we'll get back to the normal. But right now, this is probably the best thing we're going to do, even though Mara, Delisha, Jackie, Kathleen, everybody read my ass today not to go into the studio. So, and I'm okay with it now because
sorry, not sorry.
That was a good
no,
call.
it's
Gaye
okay.
Ann.
It's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have. Hold on, Michelle Harris will be our guest on the.
Hey,
first.
sorry, my phone.
Yeah,
died.
here you are. Oh,
oh my God.
Okay.
Hi, Kim, you're so nice.
Jesus.
So sorry.
It's okay. The Michelle Harris will be the first Friday of the month. Who's the second? Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourself for a minute. Let me see who the hell we have on.
All right. I'll talk about my professional stylist gloves. L'Oreal AR is my shade. So if you don't need the color, but you want the gloves, buy the dye and then send me the dye. You keep the gloves. It'd be fabulous.
How much does it cost for hair dye? Like $20 or something?
No, it's only. Oh, are you kidding? You can get L'Oreal at CVS for only $9.99. You can get it for just $9.99, and then.
I love it.
I hear a frog.
What? No one lives in the beach. I mean, in the forest. Oh, what's her name? Rachel Simpson, if she still makes it, on Friday the 17th. I just like these gloves. They're just so much fun. We're going to be talking about addiction. All types of addiction, which should be a really fun topic and just so funny. But I think that's really important because maybe after this, in about a month, people will be addicted to Xanax and every other kind of pill. But I do want to. How much more time, Kurt? Anything? We got any calls? Any last minute? Anything?
No calls, but you got about 7 minutes.
Okay. So, in closing, ladies, I just want to first say thank you all for being in my life, and thank you all for checking up on me and me checking up on you. You know, there is synchronicity in this, and I say it every time I'm on the show. Like minds are drawn to each other, and without you guys, I mean, the show is what it is. So I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I want you all to stay safe and you know, call us. To the listeners out there, thank you. You know, we joke and stuff here, and we make fun of things, but this is really a crisis, and we are in it together. And this isn't a kumbaya speech, but seriously, take care of yourselves out there. Heed the words of what comes out legally. Tell your kids, try and tell your kids, at least the ones that are going on the fucking beach in Fort Lauderdale, have some responsibility. You know what I mean? We are responsible for each other. We are our brother's keepers right now. And, don't get into fisticuffs with anybody, but, this is the time to sort of go in, do your own healing spiritually, mentally. It's a timeout. This is a timeout for the world.
And also humor just really heals. Thank you, Jenny, and Gaye Ann with the blowing up the glove. I haven't laughed in like days. Thank you.
Oh, you guys, there's tons
we do
of
have a
stuff
call.
that's gonna happen on things like this, like Women on a Roll has the comedy with Susan Westhopper. So there's tons of stuff that's happening for us to stay connected.
That's great.
Yeah, and feel free to use the Between the Sheets Facebook page, ladies and listeners, to look toward our page. We'll post stuff that's happening. You can post stuff that you want to promote. Yes, I'll approve it in these times.
I'm doing 1 o'clock Pacific every Monday through Friday. I'll be interviewing fun people that I know. And
okay.
And you do it on Facebook Live, right, Jenny?
Facebook Live on my page, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
We have a call, by the way.
I'm sorry?
We have a call.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yay!
Hello, welcome to Between the Sheets. Who's calling?
What's up? It's Tanya.
Tanya! Oh my God!
Hey, ladies!
How are you?
I've been trying to get through. I've been listening to you guys.
Hey, Shake and Bake, how stoned are you today?
Shake and bake is good, although my sister is sick, but she hasn't been, it's not official that she has the virus, but she is a Trump supporter and voter, so I don't know if that's anything, it's one of my 7 sisters.
Well, I hope she's okay.
Yeah, she's just really, really sick. This is a serious virus, so people are getting sick. The more I'm on Facebook, the more I'm seeing the same stories over and over of this virus. People are really, it's really sad. This morning I realized that people are going to be dying. No matter what we do, people are going to be dying.
Well,
Yeah.
Tanya,
Tanya,
it is.
what is your sister doing to care for herself? Like, what is she
She
doing?
is in quarantine. The only person that's within 6 feet is her husband, and I guess he doesn't really give a fuck, but she's got one son that's still in the house, and he is in the basement. And her doctor told her to stay home unless she's blue in the face and can't breathe, which she has felt. She has felt that she's woken up and cannot breathe, like there's like a ton of weight on her fucking chest. She said the worst thing and the first thing that came about was bad body aches. Now, she has not been tested. She has not been tested, so it's not, she thinks she has it. She's made the announcement on Facebook and everything about it. She is definitely sick. She is not one to dramatize and she's 6 years younger than me.
Yeah, but Tanya,
very healthy, a marathon type of runner, doesn't smoke, doesn't do drugs, drinks a few glasses of wine. She works at a bank, and she's been working since all this has been going on.
The flu type 1 is so devastating. My daughter had it, and we only went to the doctor because, who knows, and we got her tested. The type A flu is a devastating thing. I've never seen my daughter so sick.
That H1N1 too. I had that last year. Oh, horrible.
Yes.
But I don't want to be a fear monger. I love all of you. I love all the online content, the way people are coming together. It's awesome. It sucks, but I'm out of work and out of income, but I'm scrambling and doing the best I can and seeing everybody come together. It's really awesome.
Well, there's
Yes,
nothing
Thank you.
full of lesbians and 2 straight women. That's all I got to tell you. That's a party.
And I'm a lesbian, but I have a dog, not a cat. So,
Tanya,
okay.
you'll appreciate my little tiny COVID cannabis one. See there, this bonus filter right here So this is just all right there. So it's just a tiny, wee little thing that you can have all to yourself so you don't spread any germs. Tanya, I think you appreciate that.
I love you, Jenny. I love all the content you're putting out. It's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you, Tanya. So Cheryl said to me, are you going to pull some cards tonight before you go? Also,
do that.
I do tarot readings. You also get angel cards. Just hit me up on Facebook Messenger. You can PM me. I am taking donations. But if you don't have anything, then I'm just here to do a service for you guys. If you want to read my reviews, go to my Facebook page. But I did pull 2 cards. I pulled one from the Daily Guidance Angel deck. Oops, wrong way. Sorry, it's the fucking thing. Oh, fuck it. It says Life Purpose. Now I've got old people eyes, excuse me. Shit, I really can't see it. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus on serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that.
Nice. Yeah.
Archangel Oracle cards. Oh, God, you guys are seeing me without glasses. Shit. Sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now, and I think we all are.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. So awful right now.
Still on?
Yeah.
Sorry. Honor yourself and your feelings. So what that says to me is sensitivity and life purpose. And I do believe from what I'm getting is that this is a time, as I said before, to go inward and outward. So work on yourself, be sensitive, be caring, being compassionate, be kind. Because your life purpose starts with what service you can do to others. But you have to be sensitive. So to be sensitive, have the sensitivity of others and have that life purpose. And I think those are really 2 cards that go good hand in hand. Cheryl, what do you think?
I agree 100%, Gaye Ann. And there's so many empaths opening up right now. People are realizing how sensitive they are. So just as Gaye Ann said, self-care, have compassion for yourself, for all of us. We need to take care of ourselves, get the sleep, get the rest, stay grounded. Grounding through eating or gardening or hiking, as you guys are going to hike, getting some sunshine. Also stay centered, if you can meditate or yoga, but do something about unplug for a few minutes. Okay. Unplug and really try to connect with that stillness. There's a connection there. It's you feeling your power, you feeling your own spirit. And then you have so much more to give after that.
Cheryl, is there any
can I ask you a question, Cheryl? Like, how do we know what signs to look for? How do we know what signs to see? How do we know, like, what to tune into in terms of what the universe is trying to tell us? Because for a lot of people, like you just said, for the first time, we're getting centered. So how do we know what to look to guide us now?
Well, you want to start looking in for guidance rather than out. And so if you can kind of unplug for half an hour, even just from everything. And really it is about the breath. It's about listening for the breath. It's about breathing all the way down to the belly. It's about realizing that there is a lot of noise and sound and beautiful music and inspiration in quietness. But if you can breathe, because a lot of people don't breathe correctly, we'll just say a lot of people are shallow breathers. They just breathe into the chest, but you want to take that breath all the way down to the belly, and feel your body being weighted by the chair you're sitting in or by the ground you're sitting on, and see if you can't just spend a few moments with your opening up your heart, or at least tuning into your heart, and then go from there. Just go from there. That's the beginning, right?
Cheryl, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to sign off everybody, but Cheryl, I'm going to ask you after I say the goodbyes, can you sort of give us a white light prayer or just something sort of to bring out into the airways, bless people, put a white light around them, And I know I put you on the spot, but you're the only one that could do it. So I just want to thank all of you people, all of our people. We are one. Now we all are one. And take care of each other. Between the sheets. And we're here to serve you and make you laugh. And I thought we'd have more callers, but I guess we're just so fucking fascinating that they didn't want to bring people. We're somewhere. We'll be somewhere, but we will be here the first and third Friday of every month here on United Broadcasting. I will post this show probably tomorrow or the weekend. It'll be on video platforms, YouTube channel, as well as all the audio platforms. But I really thank you for your support. You are part of our community. So thank you for letting us into your living room or your bedroom or wherever you guys bring us into. I feel honored that you watch us, and our numbers are so great because of you to support us. So thank you. I want to thank Jenny McNulty for joining us this evening. I want to thank Alicia. Thank you. What's your website, Alicia?
WhatTheHell.net.
And Jenny, what's yours again?
JennyMcNulty.com, but go to my Facebook page because that's where I'm doing most things right now.
Okay. And then Mara, you're still doing artwork, right?
Yeah, I'm painting a huge thing for Delisha right now.
Cool.
And what's your page, or where can people follow you?
Mara Shane on Facebook, and then my art page is Mara Shane Custom Designs.
And do your shoes and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I do the shoes, paint the jackets, yeah, all that.
Cool.
Kimberly Sanchez.
Gosh, I'm not anywhere right now. I just want to be with all of you guys.
She's sanitizing. She's killing people. That's what she's doing. She's sanitizing. I'm really right now about Kimberly.
Hey, Kim, do you want to give your company a plug, or you don't want to answer those fucking phones anymore?
It's in Viral Master, Los Angeles, but it's a nationwide, worldwide company.
Cool.
Thank you for your sanitation.
Yay. Yes.
Thank you. No, I mean it.
Kim, when did you ever think that someone would thank you for your sanitation?
There's so many things I'm so much better at, okay?
Well,
it's important.
Cara and Margie went wayside, but I want to thank Cara Noble and Margie Duran for their insight this evening. Cheryl, where can people find you?
I have a website. It's psychicmediumcherylmurphy.com. And I hold a monthly healing prayer circle online. It's free to join. You can sign up on my website.
All right. So everyone, I don't know how to prepare for this, Cheryl. Do we just sit and listen to you? What do we do?
If you don't mind, guys, just take a deep breath in all the way down to the belly. You guys at home do the same. You listeners, everyone on the call, because the power is exponential right now with all of us together. But just breathing in gratitude and just breathing out and relaxing just for a moment. Breathing in white light with gratitude and love. And exhaling and releasing. And, really just setting our intention is going to be what we're going to do tonight. Just setting that intention to allow the light, allow and accept your own light that's coming in for greater understanding, wisdom, and insight. Allow that to come in, and it may come in through humor. It may come in through laughter. So let that come in. It's okay. And then once again, we want to send that out to everyone else, all of our friends and family. Then we breathe that in, take a breath in of that love and light that we're breathing in of our own spirit, all the way down to the belly, sending it out to your friends and family, anyone who may need it at this time. And let that continue to evolve and multiply with our exponential intention that we're setting about healing, love, and light and joy. And just be compassionate with yourself and with others. And so it is.
And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Cheryl.
Cheryl. Everyone, we love you. Thank you for following us. Please be safe out there. Please do the precautions. We'll be back on the first Friday of April. April. Shit. Taxes have been deferred to July, so don't worry about that right now. And always peace to all of you. And namaste. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Great seeing you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.